Hey guys, welcome to my Shop My Stash episode 1 of 2023. I'm so excited because I started this series towards the end of 2022 and I heard your feedback, so I'm gonna try and make this as best as I can. We're gonna insert some stuff of me like shopping my stash, like actually doing that. So if you guys like Shop My Stash, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to post tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I try to post about 3 to 4 times a week, so if that sounds good to you, highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so like I mentioned in the intro, I'm gonna try and do this a little bit better, a little bit more sophisticated. We'll see how it goes. I did manage to declutter most of my makeup collection in 2022, so hopefully the drawers don't look too crazy. I'm gonna do my best. And one of the things I am toying with is every month, or maybe I'll do this, I don't know, I think I'm gonna do monthly updates, we'll see. But I wanna do at least one video a month doing a makeup look or like a get ready with me with my Shop My Stash products. I think that's a very new concept to my channel. I'm sure there's tons of other channels that do mainly Shop My Stash videos that do something like that, but I would love to do that because my Shop My Stash products is what I use to get ready with me on the day-to-day because I don't typically come down to my beauty studio anymore. When I was kidless, I would come down here and do my makeup every single time me and my husband were going somewhere. But nowadays I don't always have that luxury, so that's why I started doing Shop My Stash videos, because I do keep some of my makeup in my master bath and that's where I mainly get ready, and so I get to test things out more than once. And I don't know, I thought it would be kind of fun to do a makeup look with my Shop My Stash products. So let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. I want to try and do different things, try different concepts. I feel like 2023 is going to be a very different year on YouTube. So yeah, let me know if that's something you're interested in seeing. Something for people that like to use the same thing a few times over, but I still want to do some new stuff as well. So I'm trying to find my balance. So yeah, your feedback is always appreciated. So I've been using this Shop My Stash bunch for quite some time. I'm ready to throw some new things in here. So I have my handy dandy. This is my Shop My Stash makeup bag. It's from a brand I don't support any longer, but this bag is excellent. I feel like it's a bottomless pit. I can just stuff stuff in here. So I've had the few same things in here for quite some time, so I'm ready to go ahead and shuffle it out. So one of the first things is these palettes from Beaute. So I have been loving their bronzer palette. Let me tell you, this is the Bronzed in Paradise. And honestly, I feel like whenever beauty YouTubers talk about bronzer palettes, we're like, it's kind of a waste because I don't feel like I'm going to use all these shades. But I have actually been dipping into all 3 of these shades. So I can just use this one, but I like to mix these 2 because I really like a very, not that I like a hint of bronze, but I like to have a bronzer that looks a little darker than my skin tone. So it's there, but it doesn't look like a heavy streak. So I've just been loving mixing those 3. I honestly feel like I've made significant progress in this bronzer palette, which I'm a little bit surprised by. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a bronzer palette, I was like pleasantly surprised by this, and I picked it up during their Black Friday sale. I do have a code with them as well. I'll just put like codes and stuff in the description box or on the screen. I don't want to focus so much on that, but I know sometimes when people are shopping, they want to use a code. So I want to mention when I have them too. But the other palette is the blush palette. Again, super duper beautiful. Really like having this many options in my Shop My Stash. So really am gonna probably miss this one, but I'm ready for some new things, so that's what we're gonna do. And I will say, I feel like I use the highlighter palette the least. So this is what the highlighter palette looks like. I almost feel like I should give this another round in my makeup bag, but we'll see if there's something else I want to replace it with. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to dig through my makeup drawer for that. And then I've been keeping the 7 Pan Quarter Rosa palette because this is in my Sigma Favorites bundle. And honestly, it's just like a great go-to small neutral eyeshadow palette. And so over like the holidays and New Year's, I was like, let me just put this back into my Shop My Stash. So I've been using that quite a bit. I think I might just hold on to that one too because it's so good and just easy. And then I did pick up one of these sponge holders during the Sephora sale just to keep my sponge. I just threw in a new beauty blender because I had a different sponge in there and my kid was playing with it and she was like putting it in her mouth and stuff. So I decided that it's time to boot that sponge out of there. So I just replaced it with my beauty blender. And then I have the shade Ambition. Maybe this was the new Ace Beaute shade. I think I showed the wrong shade in my haul video now that I'm thinking about it. I did add this shade. I think this is a new shade from Ace Beaute that I picked up during their Black Friday. It's such a pretty like terracotta shade. So I might keep this in here. We'll see. I also have the Tower 28. This is a new shade from them. It's the shade Dream. And this was in like a set that they launched for holiday. I don't think you can buy this shade anymore, but it's like a really pretty rose gold shade. Let me actually show you guys swatches because what else am I doing? So it's very hard to see, but it has like the prettiest rosy glow. And then this is the shade Ambition, which I think this is the new color. I get this one confused with Applause because they're both terracotta shades. But how pretty is that color? If you guys know me, you know I love shades like that. So I might put those back in. We'll see. I haven't used the liquid lipstick a ton. I've been going for the gloss more, so I'll keep you posted. This, oh my God, MVP of all time. I almost decluttered this foundation and now I've like, look at how much I've used. I mean, I don't wear foundation every day, so I feel like that's like significant, but I've been loving this foundation. So this is the Beauty Bakery Insta Bake foundation and I wear the shade 329 Warm Neutral, I'm guessing is what this shade is. This foundation is so good. It has like a natural finish to it, more of like a matte to natural. It's not too glowy at all, but it wears so beautifully. Like I wore this yesterday. We had a doctor's appointment. We went to Costco. And then of course, you know, bath time, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't take my makeup off for quite a few hours and it just was wearing so beautifully. So yeah, I almost decluttered this from my collection and now it's like swiftly become one of my favorite foundations. So yeah, if you have dry skin and you have this foundation and you haven't given it a shot, highly recommend trying it out. It's actually really good. I'm shooketh. This one will always stay in my stash. And then I had the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. I put these in here so I would wear them during the holiday season, but I didn't. So I think I'm going to have to take them out. But I have the shade, this is Velvet Sorcery. And then I have this shade called Cinnabar. So yeah, I definitely love a good nude lippy, but I think I'm going to take these out and use something else for the next month. But those are from Lisa Eldridge. And then I also had her little eyeshadow palette in here because I was like, oh, it's kind of fun. It's little. And I did use this, I don't know for what occasion during the holidays. It's cute. Her formula is really, really nice, so I'm happy I have it. I don't see myself buying more of her eyeshadows. I mean, they are pricey, so this is the Sorcery palette, and I'm glad I had it in there, but I don't see myself reaching for that for like everyday looks, you know? And then Good Molecule sent me this Sheer Mineral Sunscreen SPF, and it's really nice. It definitely is very hydrating, so it definitely made my foundation very glowy. I am a terrible YouTuber and like beauty enthusiast when it comes to sunscreen. I know you're supposed to wear sunscreen daily, but it's been so cold here, guys. I've been barely leaving my house, so I haven't been doing sunscreen, but I think this would be a really nice one for me in the summertime. So I'm actually going to take that out of my stash, but I'm glad that I have it. And then I had some skincare that I wanted to transport down to my makeup room so I can store it, because I have enough eye creams right now, so I don't need those in my collection. And then this NARS foundation, I'm a little bit shook because when this launched, I was loving this foundation. I mean, it was gonna be like one of my 2022 favorites, but now I'm not so sure, which has led me down this path of like, I'm one of those really weird people that really likes dewy foundations in the spring and summer. And in the dead of winter, when it's so cold and my skin is dry, I love a matte foundation. Like, make that make sense. So this is the NARS one. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to put this in my 2022 favorites anymore because I just don't think it wears that nicely on me. It's not very flattering. It breaks up. It just looked a hot mess. Like, I was so excited to put that in my Shop My Stash, and then I'm like, ooh, like, am I okay? Like, what was I thinking with this one? So it's okay to change your mind on products, and that's why I really like, you know, Shop My Stash, testing makeup type videos, because it's a fun way to update you guys on my thoughts, especially that foundation, because I wrote on here, I bought this in January 2022, so we're coming up on a year, and I've changed my mind, so kind of weird, right? And then this one, I don't even think you can buy anymore, but this is like a full coverage foundation from Sephora collection, and it's so good. It doesn't dry me out though, which is pretty shocking. I think this is the shade 35. I don't know where the shade is, but yeah, it's a matte finish, transfer resistant, long lasting, control, oil free foundation. It kind of reminds, oh, it's 35 bronze, yeah. Kind of reminds me of Double Wear from Estee Lauder. I haven't owned Double Wear in quite some time now. I think I used up all my Double Wear, or it like expired and I got rid of it. So I'm not gonna plan on purchasing any Double Wear, but I wanna try and use some of these foundations up. So I had talked in my testing new makeup episode 2 that I really have like a list of things, categories that I'm trying really hard not to buy, and I want to make foundation one of those things because I would just love to use some of these amazing, beautiful things I have up so that I can justify like buying something. And right now I just have so many amazing foundations, and I feel like 2022, 2023, like the end of 2022 was like the boom of foundations because I have 3 new ones that I've been playing with. So I feel like I'm good for the year. Like, I don't need to buy any more foundations. I really hope none of my favorite brands come out with foundations this year, but I'll keep you guys posted. We'll see what happens. I had the Sigma little color corrector thing, the Spectrum color correcting duo in medium to dark in here, but I haven't really reached for this a ton. So I think I'm gonna give this a little break and use another concealer. I found one that was a huge favorite about 2-3 years ago, and I haven't used it. I didn't use it in all of 2021, I don't think. So I want to put that in my Shop My Stash so I can test it out some more. And then I need one of these. I need a new one, but I haven't bought one yet. And I'm just going to keep this in here. This is the Mega Length Wet n Wild Mascara. It's a really good one for your lower lash line. So I'm just going to keep that in there. And then I needed a new mascara because I had a bunch of mascaras in my Shop My Stash and I pretty much hated all of them, and I put them in my empty / like declutter bin. So I grabbed this one. I had a foursome of these that I had picked up like last year or something, a gift set. So this is the Essence Sculpted Volume Mascara. It's alright. It's not like mind-blowingly good. I'm just gonna dedicate a mascara to my Shop My Stash. It's not that deep unless I have a new one I want to try out. So we'll put that in there. We'll see how it goes. And then I've been loving the new tone activator from Kaleidos. They sent me this when they sent the Night of Creation collection, I think. And I've had it before when they first launched it. I didn't like it. It was too watery, but I think they reformulated it and this one is so much better. So I'm definitely going to keep that in my Shop My Stash. I want to have an eyeshadow primer. It's one of my staple products to have with me. So yeah, those are the things that I had in my Shop My Stash over like November, December. And so I'm ready to refresh. And so I have some products because I just filmed a testing new makeup video and that video should be up already, so I will link the playlist if I can for you guys to check out. But I have some new products that I tried that I really want to throw in here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add things into my makeup bag so you guys can see what I end up picking for the month of January. Okay, so this portion of the video I'm gonna film on my iPhone. So yeah, look at how dirty that is. So anyway, I've got some essentials. I'm gonna throw in my beauty blender. Now let's look at my foundation drawer because I have a foundation in mind for my Shop My Stash. Okay, so this is my foundation drawer, and I have this foundation that I just tested out that I want to put in my Shop My Stash. And then this KHMAKEUP, this is the Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX11. I've been loving this. I'm going to put this in my Shop My Stash because I haven't used it in a hot second, and I used it for filming like 2 days in a row. And I'm like, why don't I have this? I need to use this, and I haven't used it in a long time. So these two things are going in my bag. So I just filmed and uploaded my bronzer collection video too. I'll try and remember to link my bronzer collection or like my makeup collection videos so you guys can watch them all if you haven't seen it. But I got it organized, I got it decluttered, and this one is new. This is the newest bronzer in my collection from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I have the shade Top Down, and I've been really enjoying this. So I'm going to add this to my Shop My Stash and give it a whirl. Okay, so you guys probably saw my blush collection. It's organized with powder blushes and cream blushes separate. So I've had this Pat McGrath Holiday blush in my Shop My Stash. I'm going to put that back. And I would love to maybe consider some of these other blushes that I haven't used in a while. So maybe I'm going to add Sundown Blush Light, because it's a really pretty melt, neutral toned, glowy blush. I think this would be so pretty. So I think I'm going to add that. And then do I want another one that's more of like a poppy shade? I do have Hourglass Exhibit A. I found that. Haven't used that in a while. Maybe this Gigi blush from Unearthly. Oh my gosh, it's like all the way back here. We have some more. What's this melt one? These are like those. Oh, I should really give this one a try. I don't think I've ever used this melt one. And it's for good reason, because it's quite terrifying. So let's try it. Let's see if we can incorporate these two blushes into makeup looks. Okay, so I'm going to put this ColourPop blush in here because it's a cream one. Goodness, I feel like I should try. Actually, this goes over here. I should try. Let me try one of these Hourglass ones. I haven't used these in a while. I really want to do a full face of Hourglass because it has so many products that I like. Face products. The only thing that Hourglass doesn't make that I love is eyeshadow, but I have a full face of Hourglass, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to grab this cream blush to try out as well. I love it. I know I do, but I want to try it again. I'm going to throw this Huda powder back in here. I don't know if I mentioned. And I'm going to add this Milani tubing mascara into my Shop My Stash as well so I can use it a little more. Okay, I have a lot of lip drawers, but this is the one that's attached to my filming desk. So I just used this one in my Testing New Makeup #2, the Juvia's Place, like the marble gloss. How cute is this? So I'm going to put this in my Shop My Stash, and I think that should be it. I don't always tend to wear lip products, so I'm just going to grab one. I think one should be good for me. Okay, so I'm putting some of this stuff back. I need to pick some highlighter, and I need to pick an eyeshadow palette. So, this is tough. This is tough. I think I'm going to pick the Natasha Denona one, this Plexi Glow highlighter. So we're going to grab that. And then I even sorted like my cream highlighters versus my powder ones. Maybe I should try one of these Merit ones because I haven't used them in a while. Or should I do Charlotte Tilbury? I don't know. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to go with the Natasha Denona one, and we'll see how it goes. I can always add something if I change my mind. Okay, so with Shop My Stash, it's like super hard for me to pick out an eyeshadow palette because most of the time I'm putting on my face and coming down and testing out an eyeshadow palette. So I constantly change my mind and rotate the eyeshadow palettes I'm trying, and say it's like a special occasion, like it's gonna be my husband's birthday this month, think of a palette I want to use or something that'll go with my outfit, and I'll run downstairs and grab it. But just to keep in my Shop My Stash for every day, I have the Quarter Rosa in there, and I thought it would be fun to play with the Grind palette from Unearthly some more. This has a great mix of kind of neutral shades for me, and then also a pop of green, which you guys know I love, 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 love. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my Shop My Stash. I'm so excited. And yeah, so that is the last thing for my Shop My Stash. My bag is all packed. I'm ready. I'm ready to test out this makeup, review it for you guys. And so I'll try and post an update. I don't think I can do this every 2 weeks, but you never know. I might get bored with my stash and switch stuff out. So I'll keep you guys posted if I make significant changes. I'll also try and incorporate that look where I create a look with my Shop My Stash products. Definitely let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. But yeah, this is episode 1, so I'm excited to see if I can make this better this year. I love hearing you guys' feedback, so let me know what you think. Let me know if this is a good idea, if I should keep doing this. I love hearing from my subscribers, so thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you in another Shop My Stash video very soon. Bye, guys!